Rachel Haymore, and we are the parents of 7 beautiful children, 5 girls and 2 boys. And our oldest, Dallin, served a mission in Mexico, just like this guy right here. And so they both speak Spanish. Yes, they talk around us all the time. And our oldest daughter, Karina, she's a track star for BYU. Our next daughter is a ballerina. And we have another daughter in high school who's breaking all our older sister's track records.
Mm-hmm.
And 3 littles at home who I'm still homeschooling every day. So this guy works his tail off so that I can stay home with the kids.
This is the gal that works her tail off.
Yeah, we both work our tails off so we can run these kids around to all their activities. And life for us is really busy. But we knew that we want this guy to be home with our family. We want to see him more, and so we've really been looking for something to do from home together to kind of get out of the rat race and really be able to enjoy time with our family.
Yes, guys. Dave Brown called, asked us to share a few thoughts on timing. We happen to be very passionate about timing. It was one of the key things we were looking for. And we hope to do it justice today. There's a lot of ground to cover, but before we get into it, I just want to say, you know what? Most of the time you go to speak someplace, and how great it would be to see all of you and feed off the energy and feel the love in the room, which we look forward to that day coming. But in the meantime, you guys have no idea if I'm sitting here in my favorite Steelers jammies from the waist down, just so you know. I mean, I don't got to visualize anybody in their PJs in the audience. And you know what? What a blessing we get to do business from home. But let's get right into it, guys. Timing is a very special opportunity. It's a unique, once in a lifetime. You either take advantage of it or it passes you by. Not only that, but there's elements of amazing power associated if you take advantage of it. I'm talking, the descriptive words are like explosive, freight train running. As Eric Albrechtsen says, there's nothing you can do to stop it once you've tapped into that timing and that momentum that builds. But it requires work. It's an individual thing as well as a company thing. We're going to get into the science of all of that. Guys, I want you to know timing is critical in life, okay? And what we do, whether it's sports or whether it's things happening in our country's history. I love following sports. When the great teams assemble, when the D-backs had, Randy Johnson and Kurt Schilling and just all the elements come together. When the great dynasties, the Bulls, Jordan, and the great coaching and Scottie Pippen, they took advantage of the timing that was needed. On the other side of the coin, though, guys, I as a history buff, I want to give you an example. In World War II, there was opportunities that were had before the U.S. was even involved, that we had an opportunity to do something in critical moments where people didn't take advantage of those opportunities, and once it's missed, the timing is past, and there's consequences for that, guys. And so it's a very powerful thing we're talking about today. Rachel's going to break down the science of just what we're talking about for our business.
We had a few friends who had done really, really well in this industry, and one of the things that they all had in common is they got involved early in a business. And so I remember sitting down on the couch and Googling startup companies in the US, and I was really frustrated because I was like, where do I find the company that has the product that I'm passionate about and a company that I trust and it's just getting started so I can take advantage of timing? And there was something that we saw in a company that we were in, and actually they teach this all the time, and we're just going to go over it really fast, but this was really made famous by Peter Drucker. He's like a world famous marketing, he's a founder of marketing, and he really talked about the S-curve that businesses go through. So they start off in formulation or pioneering, and when the company hits about 50 million and the word really starts to get out on this, then there's this massive growth and momentum that companies go through. And then once, everybody's kind of a known name, it goes through this stabilization, kind of this leveling off of just maintaining their growth. So guys, this is incredible. We are at the very ground floor. I mean, they haven't even laid the cement yet. This is so new. I mean, we've been, the US has just started rolling out about 4 months ago. But the exciting thing is it's been in Mexico for 2.5 years. And what that means is that a lot of companies, they fail in formulation in the pioneering phase. They don't make it. Well, Activz has already made it. They already showed that they would be a humongous success in Mexico. So we don't have that fear, but we have the benefit of timing. There's only a few hundred active people building the business here in the United States. I mean, you just can't get more ground floor than that. And I was watching a video today about someone who was talking about this. And he says, when this momentum hits, whatever you're making right here, you can pretty much guarantee it's gonna 10 times, 20 times your income. That's what Dean's talking about. When the income starts rolling, you can't stop it. It's like a boulder going down a hill. There is no stopping that. And so how hard do we wanna run? What's the paycheck that we wanna get to before that momentum kicks in? And guys, it is worth the daily grind. The payoff is gonna be huge. So we are really, really thrilled to have finally found that vehicle and the timing that we have been praying for.
Oh, fantastic, honey, fantastic. I just want to capitalize, guys, in order to participate in this growth curve, there's a couple things that have to happen. Because the company's going through its growth curve, but at the same time, your individual business, our business is going through the same growth curve. You've got to build momentum as an individual business as well. And that's what helps the company's momentum build as well. And this repeats itself country by country. So understand, guys, this is a individual journey. And what I want to let you know is this, okay, what do we got to do to take advantage of this? And it's critical that we are taking action, like Rachel says, and that we are bringing people with us. I want to give an analogy of what I see this, how I see this coming together. If you think in terms of the timing that we have, it is a powerful wind behind us. So I want you all to get on this sailboat with me, if you will, taking advantage of timing. And I want to compare us running our sail up the mast as our step one. Okay, we've got to have that activity in place because the pace of the leader is going to set the pace of our group. Okay, and so that's step one. But you can't do it yourself. This business isn't designed to be done by yourself. It's designed to lock arms and get it done together. And so as we lock arms with our people, that's the width of the sail now expanding in the wind and capturing that strong wind, pushing us and propelling us to where we want to go. That's capitalizing on the timing. And so it's critical in order to develop a team and lock arms that you're developing leadership skills. And so what that comes down to, guys, is invest in yourself, better yourself, become your best self. And that's through reading, associating with looking at those awesome, inspiring YouTube videos, whatever you can do to inspire yourself. 2 characteristics I want to highlight today. Courage. I got a fortune cookie that said, courage is the attribute of which all others are based on. They're depending upon courage for those other attributes to take place. I was like, wow, what a fortune cookie. Guys, courage is what it comes down to. But the second one is endurance. And I've heard it explained on a great tape I heard one time. The greatest attribute of a soldier is endurance. Okay, so if you combine courage and that enduring power, in other words, enduring courage, you are setting yourself up to capitalize on timing. It requires that element of the two working together. Guys, it's so new in the game that this is where we have to position ourselves. We've got to set our activity at the best that we can, and then lock arms, develop ourselves, and bring as many along with us to capitalize on that growth, on that propelling power of the wind behind us.
Yeah, I just heard something recently on a podcast, and the woman on the podcast said that there has to be fear for you to be truly courageous. And so it's okay to, have that nervousness, that's fear. Like, the fear can be in the back seat with us and we can still drive the car. And it's just a matter of stepping into it and knowing that that's okay. That's part of the journey. So I really had to ask myself, how do I take advantage of this timing? How do I run on a day-to-day basis? How do I use my time? And what I did was I looked at my schedule. I'm very busy, but I wanted to really treat this like a business. And so I mapped out what time of day that I could work my business. So I figured out at noon, after I finish homeschool, from noon to 3, I could do my business every day. But I don't want to just go into that cold. So the night before, I write down things that I'm going to do during those 3 hours. And actually, I really have a running list. I keep my planner with me, and every time I think of someone that I want to reach out to or someone I need to follow up with, and I have lists of things that people in my group need me to do for them, it's all right there. So when that 12 o'clock hits, I'm in my room, I'm on my phone, I'm on the computer, and I'm checking it off, one thing after another. I don't have to think about it or stew about it or be like, oh, what do I do now? I already know because I planned it ahead of time. If I don't plan it ahead of time, I'm gonna be in my room recovering from dealing with a bunch of little kids, and I'm gonna be watching Netflix. So it's vital for me to plan ahead. I don't have to spend all of this mental energy agonizing, what am I gonna do? I'm tired. I just, okay, this is it. I'm gonna do it now. So that's been really key for me. And then the most important thing is to just treat myself like the most important person in my world. I keep my commitments to myself. I honor myself. I've made a commitment and I'm going to keep it. And then when Dean gets home from work around 6, I've wrapped up my business around 3. I pick up kids from Activz and I make dinner and I do laundry. 6 o'clock at night, from 6 to 8, we're opened up for business again and we're running that together. So that's my schedule day to day. And I think it's really important that whatever you decide that you can do for your business, put it in your calendar and commit to yourself to do it. One of the ways that's been really, really helpful in that commitment process is the boot camps that Ryan Thompson has started. And he asks us each week what our commitment is, what our goals are. So we tell the whole group, we put it out there, and then we check in with him the next week. So it really helps us hold our feet to the fire. And prior to that, Trisha Albrechtsen had invited us all to find an accountability partner. So Lexi Bloor, thank you for being my accountability partner. You hold me to the fire every single day. You inspire me with the way that you are accountable, and I love being an accountability partner with you. So just as Trish encouraged us, I encourage all of you, get an accountability partner, become part of the accountability team, hold yourself to the fire, because guys, when that momentum hits, it's gonna be raining. We want to run as hard as we can to get to that place where we can bless the world, not just with this product, but we can bless our family financially and bless, the outreach that we have in the world.
Absolutely, absolutely. Guys, it's very real. Eric and Trish have lived through this principle. They've seen it be explosive. There's some key numbers that I want to throw out to you. As a group, when you can put this into your mind, when you hit 150 people, this is your whole team locking arms. When you get to 150, magic things happen. So keep in mind that we've got to have targets to go through. And as you get to know Eric and Trish, they break it down to a science. So these are real things. Guys, we want you to know that this is an opportunity here, not just financially, but we have a chance to touch people's lives. When your name is called, when your song is being played, that pump music that we can all stand and cheer for you, for Lexi and Phil, and for the loved ones that we bring along on this journey, the more we take advantage of timing, the more lives that we bless. I want to invite all of you, Rachel and I both, lock arms with us, with everybody, because we believe in you. It's a step-by-step journey. No matter where you are, we can progress and get better. We invite you to be a part of this journey, and we're just so excited about this opportunity. My 15-minute timer is going off, and I don't know how to turn it off. Guys, we're excited. Take advantage of timing. Lock arms with us. Let's climb that mountain together. The view is worth it. You'll look back after the blood, sweat, and tears and be so grateful. And those times you couldn't see it coming together and you're wondering, is it possible that you pushed through those mentally tough moments and that you went for it? Join us, guys.